And we are live. I want to welcome everybody to the premiere episode of the art live stream here on Jarrod Alberich, the Yard Sale Artist. It's my brand new channel. Now, unfortunately, we've had some issues with YouTube. YouTube, you set it up and they say, oh, you can live stream in 24 hours. And here we are at hour like 28 and they still haven't turned it on yet. So we're streaming to both Twitter and Facebook tonight. I hope everybody's doing well. Sound off in the chat. Pop in and say hi. Mark and I are going to be drawn. And let me introduce my buddy for tonight. It's Mr. Mark Hatherley, live and direct from Bermuda. Welcome back, Mark.
Yes, hello, and thanks. Good to be back. Thanks for having me again. And hello to everyone out there listening and tuning in. Let's have some fun and do some artwork.
That's right. We're going to listen to some tunes, do some artwork.
Yeah.
We've got the patented Joe November music playing in the background.
Yep.
Please check out his new album, Beats Without Homes. It's available on all your musical downloads. Beats Without Homes by Till November. That's what we're going to be listening to. And I can't wait to see what Mark's going to put on that blank piece of paper.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
In no time at all, it'll be something. If you're paying very close attention to your screen, you'll see I've already sketched out some pencil lines. I'm doing a commission tonight. I had a person request the Notorious BIG.
And it looks good.
So I'm going to be doing the Notorious BIG. I'm going to be starting with my usual Pro Art India ink. I got it at Hobby Lobby on sale because I'm the yard sale artist. It was in their clearance section. And then I dropped the 40% coupon on top of that because that's how the yard sale artist rolls, people.
They made save money. No harm in that.
You got that right.
Well, I'm going to just tune in myself.
I'm going to go in and start doing some line work.
Yeah. I'm going to see where this leads me tonight. Just let the pencil do the work.
So how are things beautiful Bermuda today?
Oh, lovely. It was a beautiful day today. As always, most of the time.
As always. We always get the beautiful Bermuda updates from Mark. It was very gray and
I had to
foggy
laugh
where I was.
So I was listening to your mate Beatty the other day, and he when I tuned into the chat, he sang his Bermuda song, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm beginning to like that song, you know."
Oh, me too. Bermuda.
Yeah, I'm beginning to start to like it, you know.
He likes to sing that one. He's good at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here in southern Alabama, we had a kind of a drizzly, gray, cloudy day.
Oh, nice.
But I am okay with that.
Exactly. Guess you got to make the most out of it.
See, we got a couple of watchers in right now. Feel free to sound off in the chat.
Yeah.
Tell us how you're doing, what your day was like. Ask questions. That's what we're here for.
I'm going to try to remember to talk tonight. Yeah, I mean,
I know. Sometimes we just get into our little art zone.
Yeah. It's always so easy when you have a bunch of people in, you know.
That's why we have the musical stylings of Joe November to keep everyone company.
Yeah, exactly.
When we get quiet. Yeah, Mark's already roughing something out over there.
Yeah, let's just hope it comes out good.
Oh, I'm certain it will. I have little doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Duchess?
Hi.
Yep.
Hello.
Dinner?
Jarrod and I in here.
Are you guys live?
Yeah, we're live, yeah.
Oh.
But not on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason YouTube we couldn't get on, but it's okay.
Yeah, YouTube said you gotta wait 24 hours before we turn it on.
Yeah.
And here we are at like hour 28. They still haven't turned that part on, but it's all right. So we're doing it on Facebook and on Twitter tonight. So give us a shout out. I see we got some people watching on Facebook. Say hey in the chat. And
yeah, I got to get
let us know
myself.
what's up.
Yeah, exactly.
I want a little more freedom on my piece. So I'm going to take it off the table. I'm going to need these guidelines for later. But I'm going to de-stickify it from the table because I need to spin it a little. I need to do some spinning. There we go. That's a more comfortable angle for this line. What up? It's Rick from Jeff and Rick Present.
Hello.
And we've got my buddy Ace Wheelie in the house. You know Ace.
Nice to see you, Ace. It's been a while.
Welcome, welcome. Tell your friends. Check out the new YouTube channel. You go search Yard Sale Artist over there. Give a subscription. I'd appreciate it. Unfortunately, we're still waiting on them for it to activate our live streaming capability. So this video will be up later on YouTube. But for now, we're just live on Twitter and Facebook. And it's good. And Rick says, you spin me right round, Jarrod, right round. Like a record baby. And Ace is over there making fun of me, as he usually does. He congratulated me on getting to the 21st century using technology.
21st century.
But here I am with a ink, well, you know, a little thing of ink and a brush. So I don't know how deep into the 21st century I am, but
yep.
So I'm working on some Biggie Smalls, and as usual, it's a mystery as to what Mark is working on.
Yep. Let's just say it's a big green guy. That just sum it all up.
Ooh, I have my suspicion. Is it the green giant from the vegetables?
Yeah, that's your pure guy to draw, you know.
Ho ho ho, green giant. Of course, we're old enough to get that reference, whereas a lot of people are not.
Some people may not.
Ace says I need to get an iPad Pro. I mean, if I'm just going to get ink all over it, why bother?
That's true.
Or maybe I'm missing the point. That's there we go. Everybody's doing good tonight. I want to welcome everybody to my new channels. We're picking up some likes and some looks from Facebook, and we've got about 7 viewers now on Twitter. Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know if the music's too loud or too soft, as usual. I can never tell on my end. It's only the listeners know for sure.
Sounds good on my side, you know.
That's good. And of course, we're listening to the tunes of Joe November, like we always do. Friend of the show. And like we always do, we encourage you to pick up his new album, Beats Without Homes. It's available on all your download platforms. Just do it.
Yep.
Just get that album. And like I said, tonight I'm working on
What have you been up to?
What's that?
What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? No good, Duchess. No good. I spent the last 2 days really just doing all the prep for the YouTube stuff, and we all see how that panned out.
Yeah, he couldn't get on.
Getting all my ducks in a row for YouTube,
Yeah.
and then they're like, well, we'll activate your live streaming in 24 hours. And I'm like, okay, well, we're not live streaming for another 28 hours, so I should be safe. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
So,
Always something, I tell you.
always something. You got that
But
right.
hey, That's all it
Hey,
is.
we're here drawing and having fun, and
Yeah, exactly.
that's what it's all about. Let me do some checking the chat. Ace says, I'll be back. Just popped in to say hey, but now I got to go back to making dinner.
Nice.
What you got to let us know what you're having tonight, Ace. I grilled some steaks, made some baked potatoes for the family because, I can't eat potatoes, but they enjoyed them. And I had some peas.
I can.
Rick says that we're all old around here. He must be thinking about that Jolly Green Giant commercial. Oh. Green Giant.
Yeah, remember that? The Jolly Green Giant. I actually love that commercial. When I was a small boy.
It's good stuff right there, man.
His legs.
Since I'm doing a Notorious BIG piece tonight, it'd be cool to play Notorious BIG background music, but y'all know how that copyright stuff goes.
Yeah. You got too far with that.
We would definitely never get on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. But I learned the hard way with Twitch. I done like a whole couple hours of live streaming. Only to find out that whole thing was silent afterwards. Yeah, unbelievable.
There's always something.
Yep. I never realized how serious, because geez, as an amateur, you don't really think about that stuff. You know what I mean? Until it actually happens, and it's like, okay.
Good thing for us, we're pros.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
According to Rick, when he is sick, he looks like the Jolly Green Giant.
Oh.
That's something. I hate that for you, buddy. So if you're hanging out, giving us a watch, we appreciate it.
Yep.
Sound off with what your favorite Notorious BIG song is in the chat. While you're at it, if you wouldn't mind, take a peek over at YouTube. Mark and I will be doing these on the regular every Tuesday night that we can.
Yeah.
And I've got the YouTube channel up, just waiting on the live streaming service to kick in. But if you head over to YouTube and search Yard Sale Artist, you'll find my page. And I'd love it if you give me a subscription. Click the bell, and then that way, whenever I go live, which is random, I do random stuff throughout the week. But the Tuesday night, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, you can count on that as a regular gig with me and Mark and maybe some other guests.
We're trying to make it into something.
Yeah, it's a good time for us to get together, hang out a little bit, have some fun.
Yep.
I get to put some pressure on Mark because he's the penciler on a comic book that I wrote. And I could be like, how come you're not doing that tonight? Every Tuesday night, listen to me ask that question.
Yep. And then it gives me the jump start I need. Back there again.
See, I do all this just strictly so my comic book will get made.
Hey, mate.
Who else? We got some people in the chat. We got, my friend Jill is in the chat. What up, Jill? It's nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And we've got, oh my goodness, AU falling up the proud owner. Well, at least I hope he's going to be a proud owner of this here Notorious BIG piece. So I'm so happy you stopped by, AU falling up. It makes me happy when people get to see their pieces get made. So right now, buddy, you're looking at the, I've got the light sketch lines down for my shapes, and now I'm going into ink with the brush. I'm using some India ink from Pro Art that I scored from the clearance section at Hobby Lobby, and then I use my coupon. And this is a very nice brush, actually. This is a Raphael brush that's made out of sable hair. One of the very few things in my inventory that I actually bought, like from Amazon. Because, the yard sale artist is cheap.
It's true.
And I don't buy a lot of stuff, but I went all in on this brush because I wanted something that could do some good work for people like AU Falling Up. Rick's sounding off with nonsense in the chat. He says Hamilton to Werewolf Boogaloo. I see what he's saying. He's he's talking about my comic that I wrote called Hamilton versus Burr Werewolf Tale. It's available on my website, theartistsalartist.com, if that excites you. And I think he's suggesting a sequel title, Hamilton 2 Werewolf Boogaloo. And I gotta say, I like that. I like it a lot.
No, it's good to me.
But I'll tell you right now, what Mark and I are working on is a book called Shipwrecker, which is the title I came up on all by myself. Pat Sampson had nothing to do with it, no matter what he tells you. And it's very much a James Bond meets zombies type of a book. And I can't wait to see what Mark does with the zombie designs. I know they'll be wonderful.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that part of it. Once I get these pages inked out of the way and I can get that next part of the script.
Yeah, you've basically completed, if you ever watch a James Bond movie, there's always a mini movie opener.
Yep.
And he's basically completed that. I want to say it's the first dozen pages or so, something like that, in pencil. And then I was going to ink it, but I have too many other projects. So I was like, hey, dude, I'll hire us an inker unless you want to do it. And he's like, oh, I want to do it now. He regrets it.
Well, I probably shouldn't say it on live stream, but I do.
It's all right.
Like I said, it's one
lesson learned, sucker.
Yeah, it's just like once you get good, it's like one thing, And it's not like I don't have the time. Sometimes I have all the time in the world. It's just like, okay,
I'll tell you what,
start inking some of these pages now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what was good for me was I did a store appearance on Saturday. My second in Charles, in a town just about 40 minutes away. I get along good with them, and they have me there to sell my books in the lobby, and I do sketches for the kids and all that stuff. It's a good little setup we have. And sometimes there's quiet times where, it just kind of slows down. And so I brought a page from Cold Lightning that I'm inking for Van Plexico. And I actually, throughout the course of the day, was able to finish the page.
Yeah. And that one looks like it could be a cool book, From what I see, and like the color that Ace was doing would look pretty good,
Yeah, Ace Wheelie on colors. And book one is available. Also available at my my website, theartsalartist.com. This is all one big commercial for me, apparently.
Maybe. No harm in that. I figured, one thing I learned is that you got to sell yourself.
Ain't nobody else gonna do it.
No, that's one of my problems.
Well, actually, I will do it for you. I will hustle and flow for Mark Hatherley.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do, I mentioned this on other shows, is to find untapped talent on social media. People who just got talent that need to be exposed. And I found Mark.
Yep, and I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Gosh, how long's it been? I guess I found you about a year ago, maybe a year and a half, something like that.
I don't know. I think it's been longer than that. I mean, in all fairness.
Oh, let's see. Checking the chat. Rick says, buy my stuff. Buy my stuff. That's right. Rick's been a good supporter, though. He's bought plenty of my stuff. He bought my bundle. I offer a bundle at theartsalartist.com where you can buy everything that I've done. That's been
that's a good thing.
Published at a discount, and he took advantage of that. And he's been good. A good, no, not just good, a great supporter of the Yard Sale Artist. Now I'm referring to myself in third person.
Yeah, because I mean, for people to support RA, because it's not an easy thing to sell, I must say.
I tell you what. What up, Mastodon from Facebook? Thanks for joining. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, he just picked it up. I thought it fell off the...
Oh, no, yeah.
I was like, oh, no.
I actually used my mirror right here beside me for, like, to make sure everything looks kind of proportionate, you know? Sometimes it's hard to see when you're just looking at it from one angle.
You all right? Interesting. So you keep a mirror off screen to check?
Yeah, well, I got it, like, right by my closet doors.
Okay.
And the mirror, like, I just pick up the page and just reflect it in the mirrors.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And helps you see, like, a screen. You see different things. It matters reversed for some strange reason, you know?
No, I track you because one of the things that I always find is helpful to me is to take a picture and look at it on my phone.
Yes, and that's also
that always points out little things that need to be fixed to me. I'm like, it looks good with the live eye, but as soon as I see it,
but it's amazing what you miss, really, you know.
Yep.
And what you miss with the naked eye is amazing. What you miss.
It is really weird. So we got a bunch of people joining in. It's nice to see everybody here again. Thanks for coming in, Mastodon. We got a good group of folks on Twitter watching us. Be sure to say hey in the chat. Ask questions if you like. We're just having some fun here tonight. Listen to some tunes by Joe November. If I know Mark, he'll be done with that Hulk piece in about 8 minutes. So,
yep. I wish. I wish, Jared.
Well, you're speedy in my book, my friend.
Yeah. Some nights are better than others. I'm actually trying to warm my brains up because it's been a while since I have drawn anything.
Well, it's looking pretty good, man.
Thank you, sir.
The old yard sale artist, he cheats. You know, I always get my light sketch work done before we go live because I don't need the audience watching me ball up paper and curse and borderline cry. Well, not lie, cry.
Yeah, well, I mean, some nights I say I'm gonna actually, because I have a couple pencil and things that I could finish and then ink, but then I say, you know what, let me just do something from scratch and then see where I get, and then I could always switch to something else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But hey, you have to do what works for you.
Rick says he loves my bundle, which makes me happy.
There you go.
And Del Regard has popped in. What up, Del Regard? He specifically wants to hear some more dad rap tonight, so that's exciting. It's the exact opposite. He's the only person I know that outright hates the dad rap. Hates it.
That's not a good thing.
Like it haunts his nightmares type of a deal.
I think dad rap's pretty cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I love dad rap, but you have to understand. Oh, thank you, Duchess. You have to understand that it's not for everybody.
Yeah, well, that's the truth.
Some people aren't ready for the dad rap.
But that's it, huh? I think that's it, Jared. We'll leave it at that.
That's right. Well, we are picking up.
Dad rap might get famous.
That's right. Or infamous, one of the two.
Hey, either one works.
That's right. It's all publicity.
They say any news is good news, isn't it?
There you go. It's starting to look like Biggie Smalls. Don't you fret, people. It'll all come together in the end. I hope. I sincerely hope.
Yeah, I know. But someday, I mean, because
it's pretty clean.
I just sit and wish myself when I'm drawing. I don't want to say anything to anybody. But you just
come on, baby, all together.
Because it's amazing what you do when you learn and you take your time by yourself. But then there's a total difference when you're on. like a
Yeah.
live stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people are watching us, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh. In your head, you're like, don't screw this line up. Don't screw this line up.
Yeah. But then I just say, well, I just take my time, and I could always erase, and once I get what I want, then I can start to ink it.
But I've told plenty of people, as a guy who's done some inking for comics, the key to the inking game is once you have to make mistakes, and once you start fixing the mistakes, then you get the confidence. You're like, okay, I know how to fix a mistake now.
Yep.
That's the key.
And that is absolutely correct. And with everything, you got to make mistakes, huh?
Yep.
That's
how you learn.
Sad but true. And when in doubt, you know it's harder with smoke and rocks.
Smoking rocks. The artist's best friend. He's not telling you guys to smoke rocks.
Yeah, I said after I said it, I said that sounded a bit,
very clear.
Yeah, sounded a bit odd.
Rick is saying Longbox Crusade is in the house. Is someone watching from Longbox? That would be most cool. Well, of course, I'm from Longbox Crusade, but I'm wondering if any of my cohorts are popping in. So we've been streaming for about 26, 27 minutes. You've got a good looking Hulk going on there.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
I'm trying to get this Biggie Smalls to come together.
Yeah, I think that outline looks pretty decent.
This is good. You can tell we're concentrating again.
So yeah, going quiet. My
got quiet.
Yeah,
it means we're concentrating. We've hit hard parts. We check the chat real quick.
Yeah, feel free.
Christatos is in the house. Meow, 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 meow. Welcome, DJ Christatos. You've got a backstage pass if you want one, by the way, buddy, in your email. So feel free to use it if you're bored. And AU Following Up says that both are looking great. Well, good.
Thank you.
I'm really happy that you like this one particularly since it's yours. It's all starting to come together.
Sure is. I'll take it.
I am not upset about this at all. At this time, it can always go wrong.
I know it. And it has happened, believe you me. It's happened to me anyway. Never but a professional like yourself.
Happened. What's that, Duchess?
Who's that?
Mr. John.
Mr. B.
Oh, I see Christados is still at work. Don't get caught watching the stream, Christados. But don't worry, we'll never reveal where you work.
No, Hulk, what does your face look like? I never remember what Hulk's face looks like.
It's, different people draw them different ways, really.
Yeah.
The more common sort of old school, it kind of almost looks gorilla-ish.
Yes. Like with that little nose and
I think someone says that Van Plexico may be in the house. So I'm hoping he pops in and says hello via the chat. It looks like our buddy AU Fallen Up is talking with him. As a reminder to anybody who's watching, be this live or if you're watching the replay on YouTube later, everything you see us doing is indeed for sale. Now, of course, this piece that I'm working on is a commission, so this is someone has already paid for this. But if you need a piece in this vein, something similar, hit me up. You see my @handle there on the screen. I'm @Yard Sale Artist, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yep.
And I'm just betting that that Hulk piece that Mark is doing is going to be for sale.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Certainly is.
Mark's pieces are well worth $600 a pop, but on today's show only, he would probably mark it down for you.
That's right.
If you have any interest, shout them out. Yeah.
Listen, if his pieces went for that much, I'll be sweatshopping them.
Yeah, she'd be like the alarm will go off at 4 a.m. Get up!
I'm tired. Can't go anymore.
Excuses. I need art pieces. Excuses don't feed the kids.
Hey, tell me about it. Tell me all about it.
You know what them kids are all about.
Yep. Okay, so now I'm gonna start finding some of these lines here.
Sounds like he's making things happen, people. I know somebody out there needs a sweet, sweet original Incredible Hulk piece mailed to them directly from Bermuda.
Yep.
You just let us.
Hulk.
You let us know in the chat if you're watching this on replay. You see his Twitter handle on the screen.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to put my Instagram on up there now. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest.
I know, like I saw where you kind of. I don't know if it was new or I just kind of finally discovered your Instagram.
Yeah, that's a new one. Yeah, the old one, like I said, I had some issues with it, and so I just sort of got fed up, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna delete this thing because it was problems, and I was trying to link a Facebook page, and it just got a mess.
Yeah, kind of like our YouTube problems.
Yeah, I mean, right. You know, yeah, that's how it goes.
Yep, we are. We've had over half an hour now, and the Hulk is looking great. And hello to everybody who's watching and people who are joining us in the chat. It's nice to talk with you all.
Always a pleasure. You have to forgive me if I go quiet. I'm just
There's quiet moments in every show with me and Mark.
Yeah.
As we start getting to those tense moments in our pieces, and we just clam right up. But you can always ask questions.
Yep.
We will always check the chat.
Always happy to answer.
Mm-hmm. So here's a topic for you to marinate on. I was talking about some old school cartoons, like 80s cartoons, with some folks on Twitter today.
Nice.
What's your what was your go-to when you were a kid, man?
My go-to was, like I said, Thunder the Barbarian.
That's right. Yeah, we talked about that early
Yeah,
on in
that's
one of
what
our
I think.
episodes.
A lot of people forgot about that cartoon.
Thundar the Barbarian. Now,
Yeah.
I tell you something. I did one of my published pieces that you can get in my bundle at theyardsalearts.com. Is a book called Blackthorn, Spires of Mars, and I did the book cover for it. And it is very much in the vein of Thundar. I mean,
Very right.
the guy who created Blackthorn was like, basically he wanted to do Thundar, so he basically made something similar to Thundar.
Very right. Cool.
And it's I mean, I'm not just saying this because I did the cover. Because I did the cover without, knowing anything about the story. I mean, I knew the basics of what to draw because I was told.
Right.
But I didn't know. I was like, man, I hope this book is good. So once it came out, I actually read it. I was like, it is really excellent. So that's by Ian Watson. He's a British author. Very prolific. Dude writes all the time.
It's funny. Some people could just go at it, can they? Like, I mean,
yeah, man.
They can just the work ethic is unbelievable. It is unbelievable.
And so I actually can happily recommend Blackthorn, Spires of Mars. If I was really smart, I'd keep a copy, handy so I could show it on the YouTube stream.
Yeah, well, hey.
But hey, we're not even on YouTube today, so
Exactly. Next time.
I keep certain things handy that I've worked on for just such purposes. Let's see what I got. What could I use as a visual aid tonight? Here we go. There's my comic Hamilton versus Burr, Werewolf Tale by myself, Nate Niles, and Ace Wheelie. Available at yardsaleartist.com. I'm sorry, let me try that again. Take two, theyardsaleartist.com. I don't know who's got yardsaleartist.com, but it's not me. I have theyardsaleartist.com.
Okay, well, what can I say?
I don't even know if there is a yardsaleartist.com, but stick to theyardsaleartist.com. You'll be all right.
Can't go wrong, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna see how far I can get with Hulk tonight. I mean,
knowing you, it'll get done.
Oh, once I do finish, I'll post it on some sort of social media.
Rick is on Facebook in the chat, and he says, "Ow!" I imagine he's referencing Hamilton versus Burr. Werewolf Tale. Either that, or he's actually turned into a
Hey,
one of the two.
I probably have to say werewolf movies are probably my favorite, but it's not too many that are actually worth watching. You got a few of them that are pretty cool. Yeah, some of them are just okay, what was that all about?
I saw a weird one that I actually ended up really liking. Pretty relatively independently made.
Right.
Wolf Cop.
I haven't seen that one. I don't
Wolf
think.
Cop was surprisingly good.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the thing.
I just told you the title was Wolf Cop, and then in your head, you probably kind of made a little movie based off of that, and you're right. It's exactly the right movie that you made.
Well, if you think of it, isn't it?
It's exactly what you think it is. All right. Looks like I got all my baseline done. So I'm going to give this just a second to dry. I got a little fan off screen here. I'll give it a second to dry, and I'll come back and do some touch-ups with a Pigma ink pen from Micron. Mark, would you believe me if I told you that I've just rinsed my brush off in the soda that I have sitting next to me?
Nice.
Because I just did that. Did that. It's delicious, though. As we learned from John, if you want to keep the brush pointy, you got to put it in your mouth. And I used that trick, and now it tastes like Diet Dr. Pepper. So, I guess it's a win.
But it worked.
Yeah.
You have to take it from a veteran, huh?
That's right. Smooth out. Only thing I don't like about working on this watercolor paper is, it's a little bit bumpy.
Oh, yes.
So I don't get the exact smoothness of the lines that I want. And I got to come back with the pen and kind of smooth some of them out.
Have you ever thought of using the hot press watercolor paper?
If I knew what that was.
It's a watercolor paper, but it's, I guess, a different technique of how they press it. It's hot press. The surface of it is smoother.
Oh, okay. I bought this again at Hobby Lobby because they had a I think it was buy one get two free.
Nice.
But this is a relatively cheap brand, so yeah, I should look into the hot press, which was my nickname in college, by the way. All right, I made that up. Nobody called me that. I called myself hot press.
Maybe no harm in that.
Smooth out this ears. The line is too rough for me. Jarrod likes his line borders smooth. Some of these lines did me all right, though. Oh, thanks everybody who's shown up in the chickadee chat, and I'm checking that right now. And let's see, Rick Heineken says,
Let me see.
I'm the OG yard sale gangster, which is true. Rick says, check out Dog Soldiers, which I know I've seen.
Yes, that one I have heard of. I haven't watched that one yet. You know which one I liked? I think it was Red Riding Hood.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that, but I saw
that one. That was it. I think that's what it was called. That one I think was pretty cool.
Welcome to the chat, Brian Green. You are correct. We've got Notorious BIG and the Hulk tonight. It's a combo you never thought you'd see, but yet here we are.
Yep. Incredible.
No pun intended.
Yeah, exactly.
Well played, sir. Well played. I'm just going to smooth out some lines on this BIG. Then I'm going to come in and add some gray wash and then a little background color. And it'll be ready for Mr. AU Falling Up. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he stopped by earlier. It was good to see him. Good supporter of mine. He's bought multiple pieces. Us artists love you people who buy multiple pieces.
There you go. Works for me.
You guys know that Hulk is looking pretty darn dope. If you need to own it, give it a shout out in the chat. And Mark will sell you that Hulk direct from Bermuda.
Yep.
That answers Brian Green's question. He asked, is Hulk commissioner just having fun? He likes it a lot. He's just having fun, and it is for sale, Brian. So
correct. Yep. And once finished, I'll post the actual finished piece.
Rick Heineken says, take our money. Rick's another multiple buyer from me, and I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, man, I must say, for the people that support me as well, thank you very much.
Now I'm going in with a super like cheapo eraser that I got at Fred's. It actually says Fred's white eraser on it. And getting rid of some errant pencil lines that are left behind. What are you doing? You're just firming up lines right now and doing some background work?
Yeah. I'm just trying to find my way through this whole picture. As I go, what I'll do is just like darken up, erase, darken up until I get like one smooth enough line. And then I can sort of see, then I start to go in and make it really clean. But it's strange because it's a strange process. Sometimes it's like, I don't even know what I'm doing. But I just keep going and going. And before I know it, it's like, okay, this looks like something.
That's interesting. I rarely know what I'm doing as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, put some rocks here and rocks there, and then just make them look like nice and keep your fingers crossed. I got my fingers crossed underneath my desk that you guys can't see.
I have a question for you, Jarrod.
What's up?
The picture you're drawing looks really incredible. Where do you get your reference from?
I used Google image search.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I Google image searched earlier today. I Google image searched Notorious BIG. And then this is what I think separates your buddy yard sale artist from other folks. I spend a lot of time looking for my image because I want an image that really captures the person, but isn't done to death.
Right.
Because there's some images that are just done to death.
Because
and I'm like, I don't want another one. So I actually spent probably 30 to 40 minutes looking at different Notorious B.I.G. images, chasing different rabbit holes of different images until I found this one. And I really like him in the suit and tie. I like the cigar. It captures his attitude. And that's what I like. I was like, oh, it's so, I mean, it's not super uncommon. This picture isn't or anything, but it's not super common. It's not like it's everywhere.
Yeah. And like I always say, I don't like to capture. I mean, you capture likeness very well, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I can't stand trying to capture the likeness of, you know, I'll draw like Superman and anybody, because, you know, you can sort of add your own twist to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then it's like actually somebody that people's going to say, oh, that is like Notorious B.I.G. or some such and such. It has to look like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the hardest part for me, and someone asked me this when I was at the doing my store appearance on Saturday. Hey, if I bring you in a picture, this guy said, if I bring you a picture of my granddaughter, he's drawing, and I'm like, I am always hesitant about that.
Yeah,
because like you said, you have a lot of room to play with the Hulk or Superman, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then when somebody like, say it's someone famous like Notorious B.I.G. or just picking names randomly, you know, Harrison Ford or Daniel Craig, I can still do a little interpretation. You can still get the essence. But if it's someone's grandkid who they've seen every day for 10 years, and I got one picture to go off of, I'm just like, I'm nervous as all get. I've done a few. This guy asked me to do a drawing of his wife, and I was like, I told him that straight up. I was like, you have to understand, you know every inch of this woman, and I have one picture to go off of. And luckily, he was happy with the outcome. But I told him, I was like, I am so nervous because if I don't match what's in your mind,
it's going to be tough.
You can get upset.
Exactly. And that's it. And like I said to you before, sometimes people might not like what they see.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You might say, hey, wait a minute. I mean, you might draw it how it looks, you know? You might draw it exactly how it looks. That's the problem, you know?
All right.
To do likeness, likeness is it's not easy. Some people have a knack for it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll show you. I got my cheater right here off screen.
Yeah.
Taped up. This is what I keep glancing at.
Yeah.
I print it out.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I tape it right up. And I keep glancing at it. Now I'm going to glance at it a whole lot because I'm about to do some gray wash. Now, all this is, for those of you at home, is you take the India ink and you put a few drops in these. I use these lids that come with medicine bottles.
Yeah.
Just a couple of drops, and then the rest is water in here. So this is like literally 3 drops of ink, and the rest is water for a light ink wash. And then I have another one just off screen that's like 7 or 8 drops in water. So it's a medium. So the first thing I'm going to do is put down a light wash. I'm going to put down everywhere on the piece except for where I want white. How do I know where I want white? Once again, I'm going to be glancing at this cheater picture off screen.
Yeah.
And saying, okay, I want a little white here, a little white there. And now that I've explained all that, I'm pretty sure I've mixed up my 2 cups. Now I got to figure out which one's which. But that's okay. That's why I keep test strips of this, the same exact kind of paper that I'm using. I always take like 1 sheet and have it out and use it as a test, cut it up into test strips. So I'm going to try this. If I had to guess, I would say that is the medium. And this one is the light. That'll work. All right. So the hat is a pretty much medium all around with just a little glare of white off to the left that I will capture there.
Yeah, that way is nice too, because a lot of times it's easier when you can see where the shadows actually are, as opposed to trying to shadow it in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I'm doing with Hulk right now.
Yes, that is the upside to using
Just making up shadows, right?
You're making up shadows, whereas I have a visual reference that tells me exactly where the shadows lay.
But this one, I'm gonna put more shadows, like hide most of the stuff.
And
shadow is what actually what sells everything, you know.
Yeah, right.
That's what people like. The shading, and that is what actually creates the realism of your picture.
My least favorite thing about watercolor or ink wash that I'm doing right now is also my favorite thing. Is you kind of have to move fast,
right?
Or else it'll start to dry on you, and then you'll get a weird blend. But then, on the flipping that on its ear, sometimes a weird blend makes it look kind of cool.
Right.
It adds something to it.
Yeah. Because I actually did a picture one time of I think it was Lobo, and I had this ink, but it wasn't the best quality ink. So it would come out like all these different shades. But it actually turned out where it made it look pretty cool, because it helped me to shade in the picture. Some spots was dark, some was lighter. It wasn't intentional, but I think that's why they say sometimes art just creates itself. Because as you get good, the picture just takes you in a certain direction.
Yep. I haven't checked the chat in a while, so I will do so at this time. We've got Rick says, Errant Pencil Lines was my high school nickname. Hey, you following up says, I appreciate the work you put into this. It's going to be a great addition to my man cave. Awesome. Awesome. This Biggie piece is going into his man cave.
Nice. That's an honor.
Yes, it is. Brian Green says, yeah, I agree. This would be hard. Famous people are known for certain things, so you can draw and people will get who it is. But your average Joe, only people really close to them to see what you're drawing. You got that right, Brian Green. It's nerve-wracking when people ask me to draw their loved ones. Like the same guy who had me draw his wife asked me to draw his kids. And I mean, it all went well, and he and I are actually good friends that we just met through me doing an art piece for him.
Yeah.
It all worked out, but man, I was nervous.
I'm sure, yeah. I mean, yeah,
this is somebody's wife and kids, man.
Yeah, I've done a few things in likeness, but it's like, it's not it is nerve-wracking, I must say.
I got a question for you, Jarrod.
What's up?
If you had to draw your wife as a superhero, who would she be?
She-Ra, the Princess of Power.
Cool.
Without hesitation. That is her favorite. In fact, she collects. I collect original James Bond art. I think we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She collects original She-Ra art. Well,
Nice.
actually, I kind of collect it for her.
Right. But she likes it.
Yeah, when I'm at cons and I meet folks and I get her original She-Ra pieces, and she loves it.
Yeah, nothing wrong
She's
with
got
that.
some amazing stuff. But yeah, she's all about He-Man and She-Ra.
Right.
And in fact, I had a guy. I did this one guy I got a commission from a fellow sketch card artist. In fact, he's a top sketch card artist, and I'm a upper deck sketch card artist. But we're still
Right.
friends. And, he did He-Man, and then had my wife in the picture. Like He-Man is like protecting her, and she's like peeking out from behind him, and it was so cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Before you ask, no, I was not the model for He-Man.
Man, you should have left me in.
Yeah, I knew the question was coming. I wanted to cut it off at the pass.
You should have just left my imagination. But yeah, I like He-Man too. He-Man's hard to draw.
Yeah, I've got a He-Man piece that I've done a print, and it doesn't sell terribly well, and I think it's because I'm not good. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's because
yeah, that one you showed me look good.
I think it's because I used a real life person as my reference, and people want the exaggerated,
Well, yeah.
I mean, the guy was buff as all get out. Don't get me wrong.
They want that exaggeration, don't they?
Yeah, so.
I guess that's what comics are.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
Notorious
BIG.
Stay together for me, baby. That's what I'm constantly thinking when I'm working with ink wash.
Yeah.
I'm just like, stay together.
Especially
Don't fall apart on me.
Especially on a live stream.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Stay with me. See, my pen just dropped a glob. It saved up a little glob up there and just dropped it. That's okay. Because as long as you spread it out quickly,
you'll be good.
You'll be all right. And that's what I'm doing. And that'll work. That'll work. I'm not mad about that. All right. So in order to fight that, I'm going to grab this off-camera paper towel and dry off all the stuff because it was up near the top where it gathered a little extra water. And like RoboCop would say, I can't have that.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, doing artwork is not easy for people because I think as an artist, you're always way too hard on yourself. And the average person is like, they like pretty much mostly stuff that you do,
Yeah, I know.
But I'm always very critical of myself,
And I like everything you do.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, see what I mean? But
getting some flavor on this biggie. It'll really come to life when I bring in the dark tone. I'm talking to the audience, not to you, Mark. I know you know that.
Yeah, you do your thing.
Mark's like, duh.
Actually, I don't. No, you go for it. Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not that big. I mean, inking, I've gotten a lot better as doing different things. But I'm really sort of sloppy with the ink. I notice you and Beatty are pretty smooth and neat with it. Like,
well, he's kind of like my mentor, so
yeah,
he probably doesn't want me to tell people that.
Yeah, I'm not that.
Let's see. I'm going to check the chat. I haven't checked it in a while. Hey, you following up's loving your Hulk smash going on there. Rick says next time use Delvin as your He-Man inspiration. I use strange enough I use Delvin for different models. He's done a Catwoman for me. I'm just kidding. Darth Ron in the house. Darth Ron says, "Yo, Darth Ron, we wanted this on YouTube really badly, and we were ready to go on the YouTube, and we set it all up yesterday. YouTube says you got to wait 24 hours for us to activate your live stream feed, and we waited 28 hours, and it still wasn't activated. So the answer is no, it's not on YouTube, but the next episode should be, which will be next Tuesday night.
Working on it.
Yeah. But the video will be put up on YouTube, made available there, but unfortunately they just didn't have our live stream powers and capabilities ready yet. Sad face. But hey, we're still drawing. We ain't gonna let them break our stride.
Nope. I want to go fun.
Slow us down. Whoa, no. Got to keep it moving.
There you go. There you go, sir. It's amazing how much stuff you can lose, huh? I done there with my little small. Oh, here it is. Somebody's hand. I'm looking for
the artist challenge. Yep. I mean, it's weird because you'll be sitting at your table, drawing with all the tools you need. You're like, wait, I haven't gotten up. I haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah, the stuff just disappears.
So where the heck did it go? We can mark it on our zones again.
Yep. My apologies.
No, I'm doing it too.
Feel free. Any class. Yeah, we need to think of something to talk about again.
Sometimes we just get in the zone, people.
Yeah.
Bear with us.
So what other famous people have you drawn?
Oh, good question.
It's a good question.
A lot. I would say one of my better selling ones, that one of my prints that sells really well, it shows, is I have a Clint Eastwood piece from The Man with No Name. And that one does really well. Full credit to my digital colorist, a gal from India. She did a great job because I did a black and white piece and then scanned it, sent to her, and she put digital color on it. And I mean, she just nailed it.
Yeah, coloring is nice. I mean, I gotta find someone I can get to color some stuff too. And people like color, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
The reception I get, like stuff that's colored as opposed to even just the black and white inks. Like, I mean, some people can appreciate the black and white inks.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so something about color that people just gravitate, which is obvious, you know what I mean?
I have 2 print books that I put out at my shows for people to flip through. One's black and white, one's color.
Yeah.
And 97% of what I sell comes from the color book.
Yeah.
I have some clients, though, that just want my black and white stuff.
Right.
I mean, it don't even matter what I do. I could paint the gas attendant who works down the street in black and white, and they want it. They just love black and white work. So it's
because I actually like black and white myself. I just like the way the contrast looks. I mean, color looks nice as well. Don't get me wrong, but I really do like the way the black and white contrast looks with different things.
It's like when you do photography. When you have black and white pictures, they're very distinguished.
They are.
Very good point, Duchess. Very good point. Ron would like to talk about your craft gear mechanical pencil. Is that what you're rocking over there?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. 7, 5, 4. I think a 3 somewhere, but it's so thin that it breaks all the time.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah. So I figure, right, if I get the fancy stuff, it'll make me feel like a real artist.
See, I went the other way on that. I went full-blown yard sale art, man.
But I mean, it's a nice pencil. I prefer these softer leads as opposed to the harder ones. I mean, sometimes it makes it a bit messy, but I like these softer stuff because it's just, you can see it easier.
You're just a soft and sentimental kind of guy.
Yeah, there you go.
I got another question for you, Jack.
Go ahead.
So the commissions that you do you keep scanned copies of what your pieces that you do before you send them off?
Yes, I do. I scan them because I may want to make a print of it, and I tell the buyer that as well. I'm like, hey, I intend to make a print out of this.
Right.
If you have a problem with that, we can renegotiate that price.
Well, that's right.
If I tell them you want a one and only, you're going to pay for one and one.
A one-off, right? Exactly.
But if I can make prints of it, because then it kind of pays for itself, you know.
Yeah, it certainly draws your price up, doesn't it? In the art world, anyway.
I mean, the same guy that's getting this, he recently commissioned me to do a Kobe Bryant.
Oh, right.
And
I saw that.
You saw that one, okay?
I like that one too. That was another nice one.
And see, I was pleased with it too, so I was like, yeah, I probably will make a print out of this.
Yeah, and that's a selling, obviously that's a selling face, especially now. It was a selling face.
Yeah, that's one thing that kind of bums me out is I hate when pieces get popular because somebody dies.
Yes.
Like when Prince died, you know what I actually did? True story. I have a Prince piece that I really like. I have an 11x17 print, and I was so upset about it. I'm a huge Prince fan.
Yeah.
I said I will. I'm not selling this. At least I don't know for how long until I feel better about it. I will just give them away. So I said, anybody who wants one, just send me a message.
Yeah.
And I had 2 or 3 people ask for one, and I sent it to them and made them happy, and that's all I wanted to do.
Right.
Makes people happy with it. I didn't want to make money off of it. Yeah.
Because so much people take advantage of it once celebrities die.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're an artist out there and you doing a Kobe piece, I'm not judging you. I mean, I get it.
I mean, you say you still have to survive,
Yeah, and I mean, I had the guy ask for one. I'm not going to turn him down.
Exactly. There's no harm in it,
there's no harm in it, but it's just kind of weird.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is kind of weird. It definitely is.
All right, I think I'm ready to switch over to my darker wash now. So now I have to find the dark spots, and I'll start under his eye.
Would you like for Duchess to read off the chat comments for you, Jarrod?
Absolutely, Duchess. I appreciate it. I still got to work on figuring out how to get her in backstage.
Well, that's cool. But I mean, she can manage right now.
Absolutely. If you got something to read, Duchess, by all means.
Rick from Facebook says, pop quiz, what Chester Grod character made the first appearance in Detroit Free Press on October 4th, 1931?
All right, so the lesson here is don't read any more questions from. I feel like I should know this, but like my brain is concentrating on these dark spots.
Yeah.
Rick, why don't you just tell us the answer? We are in no place to be thinking right now. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
I don't even remember. What was the question again?
What character from Chester Broad made the first appearance in the Detroit Free Press, October 4th, 1931?
Oh, wow. I don't know that. My apologies.
I don't know it either, but I'm not
Yeah,
apologizing to Rick.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that one.
How dare you?
There you go.
That's a good question.
That is.
You got us, Rick.
Yeah, feel free to answer at any time.
He's gonna leave us hanging. I know.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Maybe somebody in the chat knows.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat might be way more tuned in than we are right now.
Brian Green says, I like the black and white as well.
Good man.
Ron Durf, LOL. Rick said, ha, Dick Tracy.
Oh.
Oh, they see if I put 2 minutes of thought into it, 1931.
Yeah, see, it's obvious
total
now.
sense. Total sense. I thought about Flash Gordon, but I was like, nah, that's not the Gould creation.
Rick says, sorry, just keeping the chat going.
No, we appreciate it, Rick. We just
leg.
we appreciate the heck out of it, Rick. We really do.
Me, because I easily get I'm just still learning how to draw and talk at the same time.
I know.
That's why nobody.
We're both learning it. We're both learning it.
Hey, have you done a Dick Tracy piece before? I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. I've never done one.
Yeah, me either.
Food for thought. That should be a next one.
Now the question is, would I do it in Warren Beatty style, or would I do it, try to recreate the original style, or just like a whole new style? You know,
that's it.
The question.
That is the question.
Got another pop quiz question from Rick.
Uh-oh, here we go.
What does the K in MODOK stand for?
Ah, I know the answer to this one.
I don't.
It stands for killing. The DOK stands for designed only for killing. What's the MO? I can't tell me what the MO is, Mark. Or Mark, you don't know.
I don't know.
Rick, tell me what the MO stands for, because I know DOK stands for designed only for killing, which I always thought was funny.
I wish I did know, but I don't.
Is that a gaming term?
It's a Marvel supervillain. It's the guy who's like a giant head and like kind of two little arms and legs. His name is MODOK.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that's where he's coming from.
I'm sort of forgetting all this stuff.
He's hosting us a trivia night.
Yeah, that's good.
That is good. I'm excited now. I'm all fired up.
Darth says, I would have thought Jarrod had done that one before. I think he's referring to Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy? No, I've never done a Dick Tracy piece.
I would have thought.
I think I would like to see a Dick Tracy.
Well, now all we got to do is get someone to pay me to draw Dick Tracy.
Yeah. Yep. That's the next step.
As much as I would really like to, I've got these commissions I got to do.
Yeah.
And I ain't complaining. My commissions list is long, and I look at it and I go, I'm never going to finish. But that is a good thing if you are an artist. So thank you to everyone who does a commission.
Yep. I just wish we had more interest in it in Bermuda in the comics and things.
Yeah.
It's just difficult to commission all her.
Yeah, that's hopefully these live streams can help.
Yeah, and
anybody out there needs a commission.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're watching this in replay, you see he's at HTHRLY75 on Twitter. If you have any trouble finding him, just hit me up at Yard Sale Artist, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I will get you in contact. It's hard for Mark to get commission work in Bermuda, so his prices are very reasonable. He ships to the States. He's a snappy dresser.
Yeah.
Trying to build you up here, man.
Yeah, go for it.
He's a good dancer.
Carry on.
Go on. I'm listening.
But no, yeah, I mean, I wish, but like I said, I'm in the process of starting to push myself more out into the open, and I think that'll probably help as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I think it might.
You have to. I'm realizing, like you said earlier, that you have to get to a point where you realize no one's going to do it for you.
Yep.
You know, because most people they are the people that here that actually do make it down the depression that, well, you know, I had to do it the hard way for myself, so you're on your end.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because I'm reached out to a few people, but you know, with little feedback, you know.
There's some good ones out there.
Exactly.
But you know, it's still not easy, especially when you live in Bermuda.
Right. And like I said, finding you guys was a good thing. Like Ace Wheeler and yourself, that was actually a good thing for me.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Yeah, that was actually really good. That's boosted me a lot. And see, and the more you do, then your confidence goes up as well. You know, the more input you get from people and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you're just drawing and no one sees it, and you know, it's like, okay, well, is this even any good? Or
yep, I know what you're talking about. All right, I think I'm ready to start putting some color down on this.
So Rick says that the MODOK stands for mental mobile mechanized organism.
nice.
Designed only for killing. Wow, that's pretty deep.
I told you. I love it. All right, I'm getting out some Bombay Red ink to add some pizzazz as piece. I'm going to use another one of these little plastic cups from Medicine. This is Dr. P.H. Martin's ink. This is pretty nice stuff. Once again, your friend, the yard sale artist, waited to find some in the clearance section at Hobby Lobby.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then, of course, you've got to bust out the 40% off coupon on top of that. So,
yeah, really good.
That's how it's done.
Last pop quiz question from Rick.
Uh-oh.
Ready?
Ready.
Jackson Ardvend is the secret identity of which Spidey villain?
Jackson Arvad. Who's got the answer to this one?
That sounds familiar for some reason.
Jackson.
Jackson Harvard. That's not Dr. Oct, is it? He's Dr. Octopus. I mean,
I think I know the answer to this one because I think he's one of my least favorite villains.
okay.
I'm not positive, but I think it's Willow the Wisp.
Oh.
And I know I'm going to get red ink all over my drawing table because I don't have anything underneath, and I'm okay with that, people at home. So don't fret.
There you are. Our drawing table takes some licks.
I can clean this table very easily with some fingernail polish remover.
Yep, you got it right.
Yes.
Good stuff.
I have never been a big Will o' the Wisp fan.
Excellent pop quiz questions, Rick.
Yes. You are the man, sir.
Yeah. I'm just going to be listening because I don't know any of them.
We'll make some easy ones. Someone give some easy ones. Mark needs easy ones.
Yep.
Bruce Banner is also known as.
I know this one.
I'm trying to help you out, man.
Yeah, thanks. You else want to take a shot at it?
So I got some trivia for you on that, actually. So if you remember on the TV show, Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby, Bill Bixby played David Banner.
That's right. He wasn't Bruce, was he?
He was David Banner, and I can tell you why. They went with his middle name, and I can tell you why. Back in the 70s when it came out, it was not terribly socially acceptable to be homosexual.
Oh, right.
Bruce was a slang term for a gay man.
Oh.
Like, oh, he's a real Bruce.
That is something that I didn't know. I knew he was named David. But I never knew that was the reason why.
There you go.
Guess you learn something new every day, huh?
It's weird how, like, you know, times change and, like, you know, phrasing changes.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, obviously it's for the better in this case.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the weird reason why.
Yeah,
which I always thought was kind of funny because the 70s, like, you know, people were you know, referring to homosexuals as,
it seemed like people were free, huh?
Yeah, they're like calling him Bruce as like a derogatory term.
Right.
But if you think about it in the 70s, like, there's a lot of cool Bruces, man. There's like Bruce Jenner and Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Like, I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway.
We have a hey there from Cindy Goodland.
Hello, Cindy. That's my cousin in Indiana. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello.
Hello, Cindy.
Us work tonight.
And Dark was saying that it was David Banner.
Yep, David Banner is what he was on the TV. All because some weird stigmas of the 70s.
Yeah.
That is strange. I've never heard of that.
We are in our zones, people.
Yeah.
I'm doing a stupid thing over here as I lay down this red. Is like, I'm trying to make it like real even. When I know for a fact that if your color bars kind of have a variance of color as they go, they're more interesting to look at. So why do I care if it's even? Because I've got weird OCD. So I'm trying to care a little less so the color bars will be more appealing.
So what are you using? Is that paint or ink?
Yeah, this is that red Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay ink. It's hard to find at yard sales. I know I'm the yard sale artist.
Yeah, that P.H. Martin. I think I have a bottle of that. I think I have the whole. You know what? I do have colored ink.
Yeah. Hey.
No, I forgot that I had gotten some of that.
He's joined the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be expensive, but like I said, I waited until I found it in clearance at my Hobby Lobby, and then I've got you can use, I can't remember if it's daily or weekly, but a 40% off a purchase of one item coupon. So I just bide my time, and when it shows up in the clearance section, I go whoop. I remember I texted Beatty about it. I was like, man, I just got this. It was like a dozen or 20 pack. I just got this 20 pack of Martins for after the coupon and everything. I think it was like $9. And Beatty was like, dang, that's like a $40 ink set.
Nice.
The yard sale artists don't play.
Strikes again, huh?
And Jeff says, haha, hard to find Dr. Martens at the yard sales.
It is. Don't laugh at me neither, man.
Hey, mate, we ain't judging you.
He said, ha ha, man. He laughed at my face.
We're not judging you at all.
I'm going to bring my fan up and hope it doesn't blow everything around my table. You can probably hear the fan blowing now.
Actually, not too much.
I'm going to let that go before I add my last bits to this piece. And Mark, you get to carry the show because I got to go get something out of my garage. I should be back in about 30 seconds. Be entertaining.
Yeah. Take your time, sir. Everybody likes Hulk. The questions popping up?
No, not yet.
Good. I'm just working on Hulk's muscles right now.
Dirk says you. Okay, you got to find the hair dryer at one of those yard sales.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
That was really fast.
That was fast. No, Derek was saying you have to find a hair dryer at one of those yard sales.
Oh, I've got one. I bought at Goodwill. I paid $3 for it. And I'm having the same problem as Mark, is I can't remember where I left it.
Yeah.
I was just telling my son the other day, we were doing, I was doing a yard sale art painting out in the building. You can watch the video of that, by the way, over on my YouTube channel, Yard Sale Artist. I was like, yeah, I need to get a hair dryer out here because I'm spending a lot of time waiting for paint to dry because it gets to a point where I can't work on it anymore. Else I'll drag my hand through it, you know?
Right.
And it's, if you want to hear me curse up a storm, just watch me drag my hand through some paint. It's quite the adventure. So what did I go out to the garage to get? Post-it notes.
Nice.
How are they going to come into play tonight? Let's find out together. We're almost the hour and a half mark, which is kind of where I like to end the show. But as we always do, we usually end up going about an extra 30 minutes just so we can finish what we're working on.
Yeah, well, I won't get it finished, but I'm got that more than I thought I'd get done, you know?
Yeah. Anybody out there in the chat or watching the replay that wants to make a move on Mark's piece, let me know.
Yeah, it will be inked. If you just want pencils, let me know. That's even easier.
Let me ask you this, Mark. I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Sure.
But would you say finished pencils on that $50, inked 70, 75?
Works for me.
You heard it here first. What's the size? 9 by 12?
No, it's actually 11 by
11 by 17.
Yeah.
So we got us a really nice 11 by 17 size Hulk. If you want the finished pencils on it, mailed to your door, $50. If you want it inked, which he does a great job with inks, people, I think it's worth it. But you know, your call, 75.
This was one I had a special request from my wife for this one here. This is she so much she hates spinning glass.
He's on a spinning bike. I love it. I love it.
He insisted that I show you guys, you know.
Oh, it's excellent.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
I just like his bulging eyeball.
I guess nobody likes spinning.
I guess not.
I don't.
That's why I don't do it.
I don't blame you.
I'm a big walk and jog guy. I've got like a 30 or 40 pound weight vest, and I put that on, and then I grab a brick in each hand, and then I go for a walk about 2.5 miles. Do that 3 times a week. Makes me nice and sore, and that's my exercise.
And you feel like you've done something.
That's right. I will definitely go on one tomorrow, unless it's storming. Then I go out and work out in my building. Right. My building's the most wonderful place on earth, man. That's where I do my painting. I've got like all my old school video game systems hooked up out there. Nice. I got space to work out. I got a bed out there. I got a couch, a fridge, a microwave.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move out to the building.
It sounds heavy. Got everything you need out there, huh?
Trying to make that where I live. But my wife keeps calling me up. When you going to come back inside?
Yeah, well, my little man cave has too much mold in it, so I can't get on there yet. I got to figure out how to solve the mold problem.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's like a little storage room. It's very damp, though.
Let's see if I can't get these having the darndest time getting my post-it notes open.
So what do you use the post-it notes for?
It's a mystery. Okay, I'll show you. It's a mystery that won't last long. I'm gonna do some splatter effect work here on Biggie. So let me move the fan because otherwise it'll blow the post-it notes everywhere. I think we're dry enough. Take post-it notes and you begin to cover areas you want to protect.
I'm certainly learning something tonight.
I've done this trick with on a larger scale with paintings I have done for my yard sale art stuff, and I saw Beatty do this the other night on one of his pieces too, and I was like, I've done that on paintings out in the building, so why not bring it to the smaller scale?
There you go. Worth a try.
Darth Ron telling me to hold out for that 60% off coupon. I don't know how to get the 60% off coupon. Does it just show up in your app, Ron? Because I just have the Hobby Lobby app, and it just every time I pull it up, it's got that 40% off, son.
If we actually had a Hobby Lobby in Bermuda, I don't think I would ever leave.
We finally got one in my tiny little town. Geez, my Hobby Lobby's only been there for a couple of years.
Oh, nice.
I used to have to drive about 40 minutes over to Dothan to get it.
It's a nice little drive.
Yup.
Thing I must say, being overseas, and then people tell you something's 5 minutes down the road, boy. Not like being in Bermuda. I learned the hobby. More like 50 minutes down the road.
It is 5 minutes. See that?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Ron, I've got the hair dryer. I just gotta find it. Paid $3. Of course, that's nothing to brag about if you can't find the thing you paid $3.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I've got some of these big cardboards that I always keep handy, even though I don't really think this is going to affect the borders too much, but I just want to be sure. Doing things very carefully. Go. All right, so now I've got the toothbrush. And we'll put one more sticky here just to keep everything down nice. Got the toothbrush, and I'm going to use the same red that I used on the border. I'm going to bring in some red splatter around the edge.
That's a lot of work, Jarrod.
It'll come together.
Yeah.
I'm really worried about this one dot that fell off here. I don't want it to soak through. So I'm going to soak it up with a paper towel. There we go. All right, and I'm going to go into I'm just going to dip right into my darker water gray wash with the red already on it, so it'll still have just a hint of red, but I'll mix it with a little dark splatter. Rinse that off, and not in my soda this time, although I guess it doesn't matter at this point.
Hey, mate.
What up, Mike Cross? Mike Cross in the chat. And now, like a good yard sale artist, I just took what was left over of the red that I didn't use, and I poured it right back in the bottle. Because every drop counts when you're a yard sale artist.
Yep. Hey, I pulled my ink back in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I pour once, like whatever little trickles left, I pour it back in.
What am I, a Rockefeller? Gotta save this stuff, man.
Yeah. Hey, mate, you can't raise ink.
So let's just see here. This, and I've got a couple of big drop splotches out here on the borders that I don't want to spill into my piece. So I'm going to blot those. I don't think anything's going to happen, but when you're working with this, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yep.
All right. Let's move that. Get my fan over here just to make sure that these splatters are going to be nice and dry. I see a few that are still wet. I don't want to mess with it until they're dry. Listen to the soothing sounds of my fan, everyone.
Very good.
You can hum along with it if you want. So while I'm fan drying this, what I love about this too is you can tell that I keep my camera actually dangles from a hook on the ceiling, and when I bring the fan up here, you see mine starts moving around because the wind is blowing my camera. I'm gonna put you on solo layout for a minute, Mark, while this dries.
Sure.
That whole piece is sweet, y'all. How many of you got a Mark Hatherley piece in your collection? How many of you got a piece from Bermuda in your collection?
There you go.
Now's the time to strike. Mike Cross says, Mark, that's fantastic.
Yes, thank you.
Right,
Appreciate that.
it is for sale, Mr. Cross. So you need it, or if you know any Hulk fans that might like that, Mark would appreciate it. It's tough for him to find clients on the island of Bermuda, so we're trying to get him kind of connected digitally here to find a broader audience.
And thanks for the support for everybody. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Certainly don't feel obligated.
Don't feel obligated at all. We're here to have fun.
But I like the support as well. You know, it helps.
Checking on my my splatter. Seems to be drying pretty well. Give it another minute or two. Mike says he knows some Hulk guys. Post the pic when it's done and he'll share it around.
Sure. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. You see his Twitter handle down there in the bottom left of the screen.
It'll definitely be on my Twitter.
Of course, when I see it, I'll retweet it.
Yep.
And I'll tell people it's $150, and then I'll ask for a cut.
There you go. Hey, mate, no harm in that.
Just about, see, just a couple of specks that are still kind of wet over here. Just about ready to make some moves on this piece. In fact, I can probably make some relatively safely now. I see a couple of wet spots that I'll just go nice and slow like. And I will start to remove Post-its. It's like a magic trick.
That's a good idea, and that looks cool too. Biggie.
Thank you, sir. And take off. I've got a little bit of this. Let's see if I can find it laying around here. Here it is. They make special artist tape. It's low tack. This is purple. It's kind of hard to tell. My camera color scheme is a little wonky, but it's a purple tape that is real good because you can mask things off with it, and it doesn't tend to want to tear your paper.
Right.
Not to say it won't.
Yeah, right.
You got to still be a little careful.
Right. That's definitely something you want to keep.
Always right there at the edge if it's going to grab it. It usually
definitely something you want to keep in mind, huh?
Yeah. If it's going to grab, it usually grabs right at the edge. So that's where you see me. I'll go real slow and I'll hold it down and I'll go real slow. And once it's going, it's trying to grab a little bit right here, actually. But I just about defeat. In fact, I'm going to go the other way just because I don't want to encourage it. Here we go. There we go. Next step is to de-stick it from the table, from the paint that got under it. Look at I got a nice little red square going here. And there we go. I'll bring it in a little closer so you can see some of that splatter effect. So,
that looks awesome.
That looks cool.
Kicking you out for just a second.
Yeah, do your thing.
Go. Thank you, Duchess. But as I bring it in, you can better see the watercolor shading effect and the splatter. So I'll bring it down. So what do I got left to do to this piece? I bet Mark knows, because it's missing something, that's unique identifier.
Your signature.
Gots to sign it.
Yep.
Angelica Wolf says looks good.
Thank you. Ow, from the Wolf Pack.
Very good.
Thanks for stopping by, Angelica. I really appreciate it. Got it. Now the only thing I've got to do is, as you see, it's got that waviness. Once the paper kind of absorbs the water, it gets wavy. So then I'll reflatten it. I've got some 11 by 14 top loaders, those hard plastic top loaders, and that'll help get it nice and flat again. So when I send it to AU Falling Up, he'll have what he needs.
I'm sure he'll be very happy with that one.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
Yep.
So I've just about wrapped up my piece. Mark's going to continue to work, I do believe, while I bring our stream to a close.
Yeah. You do your thing. And thanks for having me as always.
Oh, thanks for being here.
I look forward to the next one.
Definitely. Everybody who's stopped by, if you're watching this in replay, Mark and I, our goal is to do this every Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Central Time in the U.S., which is 7 p.m. in Bermuda, where he is.
Yep. Sounds about right.
6 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, 5 p.m. Central for Mountain, 3 Pacific. There, you have it all on Tuesday nights. And we'll have a variety of guests stopping by. I'll be talking with the other artists, but my mainstay is going to be Mark because I'm trying to guilt him into finishing our comic book. Angelica also gives props to the incredible Hulk drawing that's going on there. Let me put you on the screen, in fact. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's good stuff.
A lot of whack, but
If you're watching this in replay on YouTube, I'd really appreciate if you would throw a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll be live streaming there as soon as YouTube allows us to in the future. For everybody that stopped by today on Twitter and Facebook, we really appreciate it.
Sure do. Thank you very much for the support.
And I'm going back to split screen just so people can see our Twitter handles at the bottom. Of course, that's Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for me. Mark can be found as Mark Hatherley over on Instagram. I've seen the Duchess putting that in the chat, so you can find him over there. You can find him as the Twitter handle here. If you want to make a move on the Hulk piece, this Biggie Smalls piece is spoken for. But if you would like something in this vein, in my style, let me know. And I see AU Falling Up has chimed in to say awesome stuff. I hope you like the final product there, bud. I'll show you a little bit of the border and splatter work. I don't know if you were here a moment ago when I kind of zoomed it in.
That looks cool.
Thank you.
So neat.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Mashburn says that Hulk looks smashing.
Yeah, thank you. No pun intended.
If anybody's got any last minute questions, we're at the 1 hour and 46 mark. We want to, about 16 minutes. We plan for 90 minutes. We always end up going closer to 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're loving it. AU Following Up. I'll get that mailed off to you more than likely tomorrow, Thursday at the latest, sir. Again, we really appreciate it. If you're watching on Facebook, give us a like, a thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube, of course, subscription.
Or support helps.
Awesome. We love it. Yes, Mark is right. So if you have any last minute questions, now will be the time. I'll let it hang for about another minute or so. Just remind you to check out my website, which is theyardsaleartist.com, or hit me up on any social media at YardSaleArtist. My next convention appearance is going to be Toylanta, which is in Atlanta. Well, technically Marietta, but if you Google Toylanta, it's the weekend of March 22nd, I do believe. And that's a cool show. It used to be called Joe Lanta because it was all about G.I. Joe, but they kind of expanded it to Transformers, He-Man, all kind of like vintage toys.
Yeah, not from Ben.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be one of the few artists there because there's a lot of toy vendors, but I'm going to be prepping a lot of like G.I. Joe art, Transformers art to see if there's a market there. I'll let you guys know after the show.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I'm sure I'll book something between here and there, but I'll be at the Piney Woods Art Festival in Enterprise, Alabama in April. June, I will be at Heroes Con. And we'll see what happens after that. Thanks again for stopping by, everybody.
Yep.
Thank
you.
Mark and I will catch you next Tuesday night. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. It's been fun. Good
Bye.
night.